if it is possible, if you know how, of course. Okay, so that was. I'm running. Am I running too fast? Everybody here is. Okay, so and a lot of time to questions. Okay, so I'm really waiting for the libperl++ to make my life as a XS implementer a lot of much easier. Just waiting for it. Okay, the last one is the XS++. The problem is that XS does not handle objects. You can do object in that. Just do a lot of ugly code around it, and you are set. A lot of fun, yeah. And XS++ fills this gap. It is still XS. So you need to know all these XS keywords, parent internals, and type maps if you want to do anything more complicated than calling pure C. But and it adds its own little language for the effect. And everything everything is translated back to XS for compilation. It's not a C compiler; you just compile it to XS. To make the thing simpler, we have module build with XS with XSPP. We'll do the building for you. And there is a decent example in the examples folder. Let's start from the Perl side. The Perl side is short, simple. Just XS loader, load, because that's XS module. It's not in the end. It is compiled to XS, and the XS and the XS handle the rest. So just you need the XS loader. Now suppose we have this class, C++ classes that we need to import to Perl, an animal that makes sound, and a dog that is an animal. We need to write an XSPP. That's the glue between C++ and Perl. We declare what module it is, and then we declare the classes. And here we can see we convert the names. We give function names. So actually that's a default. But if we have multi-dispatch, we can give each different name. So no collision will be made. The C stays the same. We don't touch it. The dog will bark. And here is a small example for the build system. Build. As you see, it's not very difficult. That's from the example. Very simple. Type maps, you still have to handle type maps anyway if you are doing anything more complicated than calling function with int or something like that. Here is an example for. Here we say that we have two objects, animal and dog, The Perl does not need to know anything more than that in this case. And we have a std string that need the function to convert, need a way to convert std string. So we have input and output. That's normal type map, nothing to do with XSPP. They're just normal type map. And there is and if you are going lost in type maps, we have XUTL's type map and XUT type map default. It's a framework to creating type maps. It has a lot of useful type maps for common variables, all C++ variables like vectors and all the std library of C++. Of course, everything is badly named, but just check. You need take this model and check whatever it is inside it. It is very useful. Thank you. Question?
Yes. Would you tell us more about the availability? Would you tell us more about the availability of the modules?
Okay. Actually, it's not my modules. I'm talking about here. So if it's not clear, I'm talking about here about the 5 people beside of me that are doing it. I'm a user.
Okay. Where can we get it?
Yeah. So the XSPP is on cpan. It's working. I just finished a project with it. It's mature and they're working on it, and they have a decent documentation, but they're still working on it. The C types is working. The examples that I show are working on my system, and I'm not the author. So it's not just on the author's computer, but it's working. For example, it doesn't support unions on C++ on C. So as long as the type are not very complicated,
it's gonna work.
It works. If you're going to some complex types, talk with the author.
Is the platform limited to Windows? Yeah, I got a feeling the C types and other related modules, are they dependent on Windows, or does it work on other platforms?
No, C types is a cross-platform. It works on. It actually works on libffi.
Okay.
That's a cross-platform C library that is actually very pain to compile on Windows. And I did. I actually have a slide on how to build libffi on Windows.
Mm-hmm.
You need a swing because it makes you run config on Windows. That's a bash. It makes you run a bash script on Windows. Yeah, took me a day. So it's based on libffi. And on that it just XS over libffi. So it's cross-platform. The author itself built it on Unix. So that's the.
Thank you.
And the last one is the libperl++. He he too is working on Unix, on Linux, and he still have some compilation problems on Windows, but he's very responsive and is working on it. So I hope that in the near future it will come to us, the Windows limited people.
他に質問ある方いらっしゃいますか？結構時間あるんで、よろしければ。よろしいでしょうか。はい、じゃあ、シュネさんありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。